All right, welcome, Laxmi. It's so great to have you here and to be talking to you. What time is it there where you are?
Right now, Sean, I am speaking to you from India. It's 6:30 a.m. in the morning.
Which I don't know about you, but I'm up at 6:30 a.m. almost every day because I'm one of those
Uh,
people who doesn't sleep in. And
mhm.
normally I'm getting into the pool at 6:30 in the morning. What's one of the things that you do that is one of your morning rituals that you do every morning?
My morning ritual, once I get up, first thing I do is never switch on the data pack, never switch
Mm.
on the internet of your phone.
Ah,
And then, yeah, and that's what I tell my students as well. And apart from that, I make sure that after brushing my teeth, I take a bath. These are
mm.
the basic things which I follow, which helps me to wake up quickly. And then, of course, I work out for some time, like 1 hour, and then some breath work for 15, 20 minutes. So, this is generally how I start my morning. Very
Yeah.
slow. Yeah.
I think that morning rituals are important, especially for movement. Like if I don't get in the pool in the morning, I don't have as much mobility throughout the whole day,
Yeah.
right? Like if I'm not in there and moving and stretching and what my healer calls lubricating my joints in the pool,
Mm,
then
mm-hmm.
I move slowly through the rest of the whole day.
Yes. Yes.
And when I saw your business, Yoga Beyond Mat, right? The
Mm-hmm.
page that you gave me, I was like, I remembered I worked with this yoga instructor who wanted to create a program specifically for large women like me. So
Mm-hmm.
she used me as a guinea pig to see which movements I could do, which movements I couldn't do, and she developed a whole program around it. And it was so fascinating because what she thought I couldn't do, I could. And what she thought I should be able to do easily was more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
Okay.
don't know if you guys listening know anything about yoga, but in yoga, there's standing poses and then there's floor poses. And it was too difficult for me to get, to be up and then get down and then get back up and then get back down. So one of the things that we learned was we did all the standing poses first and then we did all the floor poses, and that made it easier for me, right? But
Mm,
she was shocked at my level of flexibility, right? And that always, part of it is because I've had a practice. At the time, I had been doing Tai Chi for quite some time. So
ah,
as a practice, that helped maintain some flexibility for me.
yeah.
But you guys, for those of you listening, my name is Sean Behrman. I am the host of this interview. We haven't even started the official interview yet because I just found it so fascinating. All right, well, Laxmi from Yoga Beyond Mat. Why did you name it Yoga Beyond Mat?
Okay. So for people, I mean, the general opinion, I mean, when I was not even trained, for me as well, the general opinion about yoga was it is only about physical exercise.
Mm,
It is only about moving your body. But when I got deep into it, when I read books, I spoke to my teachers, I got formal training in it, I got to know from the yoga philosophy that there are a lot of things which we try to achieve. And the final thing, final goal of any yogic practice is to achieve a meditative state of mind. And
mm.
asana, that is the physical exercise, or pranayam, that is the breath work, are just step number 3 and 4. And there are steps before that, there are steps after that as well.
So what I hear you saying, Laxmi, is that the people who really master using yoga to its full potential are the people who see beyond just the physical aspect of the training, beyond the
Yes.
physical, because I mean, I remember when I was young, there being a few yogis in the world that were masters of it. And they never talked about any of the physical pieces of it when they spoke, right? They only spoke about the mindset of the practices because there was many ways of practicing, physically practicing, but really only one place to come from in the mindset of that practice, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, you know, I mean, as a coach, I'm always telling people that our mindset is 80% of whatever goal, whatever intention, whatever situation we're dealing with, whether that be a positive or a negative situation, how we deal with it as our mind, how our mind deals with it is 80% of the issue. Once that's dealt with,
Yes.
everything else becomes easier.
Exactly. Exactly. And what and in fact, I was doing earlier before getting a formal training is I started directly with the meditation, because nowadays there are so many apps, so many YouTube videos, Instagram page, wherein people have different methods of yoga meditation practice. And I directly started with that. And that was the first mistake which I did. And that is a general mistake which everyone does.
Mm,
First thing, we always should remember that if you want to start working on your mind, you have to first start working on your body. For
mm,
example, okay, I am in a 9 to 5 job. My brain is tired. I'm physically tired running around in the office. I come home at around 6:30, 8 o'clock at night, and I decide, okay, my mind is tired. Let me close my eyes and meditate. I won't be able to meditate. Either
mm.
I'll start to feel relaxed, okay, I'll start
Yeah,
to feel sleepy. There will be a lot of thoughts coming in the head and going out, okay. But at the same time, if I move my body for good 1 hour, I work out for good 1 hour, I eat properly, say 3 hours
mm-hmm.
before the workout, the body becomes active. And then if you sit for the meditation and for the breath work, it has a different impact. You have a different level of focus. You are able to sit still. I won't
Good. Let
say
me let me
that the
recreate what you
thoughts,
just said because
yeah,
it's so important what you just said, and I don't want anyone to miss it. So let me recreate that. Okay. So what I hear you saying is if you try meditation when you're tired and when your brain has already started to shut down, it will have one impact. And if you do that meditation when you've turned your brain on through physical exercise, the meditation will have a different impact.
yes,
And
yes,
both
yes.
impacts could be good depending on what it is you want to cause, right? Like if you want to sleep, then one impact, that first impact is fine, not a problem. That's a good way to go, right? But
Mm,
if you still have things you want to cause, right, and things still to discover or, to cause, then, sleep might not be the perfect next step.
mm, exactly,
I'm saying that because
exactly.
it's late at night here now for me. It's like 9 o'clock at night.
Yes, yes,
Your voice is so calming. I'm already getting more relaxed and getting ready for my,
yes.
for my sleep. All right, good. And when
Mm,
someone connects with you, and I really recommend that people that if you're out there listening in that you connect with Laxmi, what can they expect? Like, what does it look like to connect with you and be part of your yoga beyond the mat?
okay. So one thing, there are two, three things they should not expect out of me or from my class is first,
Mm.
losing weight or gaining weight, gaining flexibility, and getting out of a disease immediately or to
So
see
these are three
fast
things they
results.
should expect or
Yeah,
should not expect.
should not.
Yeah, well, let's look at them separately because losing weight is a long-term gain, right? So that's something that's not going to happen short term from attending a yoga class, no matter who you are. Okay. It will help in the process. Okay. Good. What was the second one again?
Or gaining weight. Either people do
Yeah,
either of
losing
the
or
things,
gaining.
right?
I got that one. What
Gaining
was the
weight.
number two?
What was the number two?
You said they
Flexibility. Flexibility.
flexibility. So
People have,
flexibility
yeah,
doesn't,
yeah. Mm,
yeah, flexibility doesn't happen right away, right? And I've always been really good because I've always been flexible. I was a gymnast and an
it's
athlete when I was
genetic.
young.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
genetic as well, Sean.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
some
My sister
families
is
have,
also very
yeah,
flexible. Both of my sisters, yeah.
exactly.
And but one of them didn't do any flexibility exercises, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not as flexible as you." I said, "No, no, no, no. It's not that you're not as flexible. You just haven't stretched the elastic band called your muscles the way we have, right?" And she was like, oh, well, does that do? And here's the really wonderful thing that I think with all the new AI and stuff that's out there, you could literally have AI help you write a program for gaining flexibility, which will help your yoga practice. The yoga will help you get flexible. The flexibility practice will help you with the yoga, and it all ties in, but it doesn't happen overnight. So you can't expect you're going to go to a class and then all of a
Keep
sudden you're going to be
practice.
flexible.
Yes, yes.
All right, that
Another
makes
thing,
sense.
yeah, another last thing students should not expect in my class, learning new asanas, new type of exercise every time. One
Right,
month,
which isn't
they have
even
to follow
workable. Yeah, it's
same
not even
cycle.
workable. I
No,
remember
it's not.
when I was learning Tai Chi, we didn't learn more than one or two moves each class, and we just practiced those until we started to get muscle memory. Right? It's
Yes,
all practice
yes,
so that muscle memory happens. Right? I don't
yes.
even remember the old yoga poses I did because I didn't do them long enough to get the muscle memory happening.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, muscle memory plays a very important role and it comes with practice.
Yeah,
And
very good.
I've seen students sending me message crying on the phone that, oh, I'm not able to bend forward, I'm your age only, or maybe I'm younger than you. I said, that's absolutely fine.
You'll
You
get
don't
there.
have to be so, yeah, you don't have to be so hard on yourself. And now they are working with me from past 2 months and they're happy.
Mm,
So I
yeah, very
said,
good.
perfection, it will
So,
come. It will come with time.
so do you
Yeah.
only do you do only live classes or do you do online classes too?
I do only online classes for now because I'm supposed to shift to Vancouver. Right now I'm in India. Maybe within a month or two, I'll shift to Vancouver.
Great. That's
So
a great idea.
I don't want to spread everything offline. So I'm teaching only online.
And how much does it cost to work with you?
So I have a different method of charging people. So I charge like on pay what you can basis. So
Great.
people come, yeah. I speak to every student for at least 15 minutes before they come to my class. I make them fill up a Google form wherein they speak about their body in short, like any doctors have given them any specific instructions, any accidents has happened, etc. So I get
Yes.
the information
It
of the
would probably
student.
take me a long time to fill in that form.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, I'm just looking at all the accidents I've been in the world, right? Like, part of the
Ah.
reason why I live in the Dominican Republic is because when COVID happened, they
Mm-hmm.
shut down all the pools and I had to get out so that I could swim every day. Because if I don't swim, I don't walk. It's
Mm-hmm.
part of my therapy.
Okay.
But I love that, because different people are at different levels, right? And some people can afford a lot more than others, right?
Yes, yes, yes. So people work with me for 1 month, for 30 days. And at the end of the month, say 30th or 31st or 29th, I send all my students a message with my bank details and a feedback form. And I do not follow up after that. They pay me whatever they can. And that's all. It's peaceful. I don't discuss money with my students because that's my weakness as well, that, negotiation, etc. That
Well, I
doesn't
mean,
happen. Yeah.
you could, if nothing else, Google how much is great yoga, right? Like,
Mm.
people could look and see, a good yoga class with somebody who's really good could cost anywhere between $20 and $50, right?
Mm-hmm.
Depending on where you did it, right?
Mm.
And, I think that I would rather have somebody, if I'm going to budget that money anyway, I would rather give it to someone who I can connect with, who I don't have to worry is going to make me feel bad because I can only afford $20 a month, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's wonderful
And
that you do it that way.
yes, yes. So it's a freedom to students. It's not a pressure to anyone, and it's not a pressure to me as well to follow up. And
Yeah.
it's going really well, and I'm able to earn really well because at the end of the month, people are so happy that they just want to give. They just want to give. I said,
Yeah,
okay.
it's wonderful. It's really wonderful.
Yeah.
Laxmi, it's so great to meet you and to talk with you and to get what you're doing out there to the world, right? And I can't wait for them to post the video because then I'll go and repost it on all my social media, okay?
Yes, Sean.
And I look forward to meeting you one day when I'm back in Canada and you're back in Canada.
Yes, we will meet, Sean. We will meet for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here with me. It's been so great talking to you. Okay. I look forward to seeing you and to getting the word out about you. Okay.
Yes, yes, Sean. Thank you so much. Fantastic speaking to you. And I love your energy.
All right.
Love
You
your
take
energy.
care. We'll talk soon. Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.